exciting day today. I've booked myself for a trip down to Malaga to do a little motorcycle tour over the next week. So I'm taking the coward's way out. I'm not actually going to ride all the way down to Malaga. I've got my journey started today with a train journey from the local station down to Blackfriars, where I think it's Blackfriars anyway. Changed for Gatwick. I don't know why I've gone for Gatwick, it's so far away, but I'll be getting down to Gatwick this afternoon at some point. I've booked a hotel overnight and I've got a flight to take me down to Malaga at 7:30 tomorrow morning. So I'll give you a quick idea about what's going to be happening over the next week. Okay, so I've used Ride to help me build a trip around Andalusia, which is where I'll be riding around once I'm down in Malaga. They've put together quite a few little trips here. I did look elsewhere, but this was really the best I could find, so they got quite a lot going on. So I've used these. I was originally going to do the full trips, but then I was wondering, well, how on earth am I going to piece these together? So that didn't quite work for me. And then latterly I decided that the distances were way too big too, so I scaled it all back down again. So I've ended up with this little arrangement where I've spliced segments of Ride GPX files together to give me my own personalised experience of Andalusia. So I've tried to do this so I'm not exceeding anything more than around about 100 miles a day, which might sound a little bit light, but I do actually want to see the places, to do some photography, and obviously I want to film it as well. So I'm going in light on this. I've got a couple of longer days towards the back end where I'm doing Ronda down to Gibraltar, and then quite a lengthy route from Gibraltar back round to Malaga. Now I'm doing my bike hire through IMT Bike. So let's have a quick look what we've got here. Rentals. So I am going for the BMW S1000 XR for the week. So I'll be picking that up on Friday evening. So I'm quite looking forward to that. I've never ridden one of these before, so I'll be doing a bit of a review of it too. And very helpfully, IMT Bikes are going to store my big luggage because I'm taking all my motorcycle kit with me. So that's all going on in the hold with BA. I only ever really take this little bag here with me when I go away, so this is quite an adventure. I bought this camera bag because I bought a camera as well, so I think I'm going to have to strap that onto the back of the bike. I don't think it's going to fit in the panniers, but we'll see how we go. So, late stages, I've decided to jiggle my packing around a little bit. So I've decided to take my lock with me so I can lock my helmet and jacket to the bike, and I've also decided to take a spare bag with me as well, just in case the bag that I've got for my camera equipment is impractical, which I'm beginning to think it is. So I guess one of the advantages of travelling down there by train is, well, I get to have a beer before I go. Fantastic. Okay, so the journey begins. Here I am at Huntingdon Station, and yeah, away we go. Absolutely ridiculous quantities of luggage. So I've got to drag that around all the way through Blackfriars and the lot, so maybe I should sort of incidentally decided to get a taxi, who knows, but there you go. I think I've got a dead body in that bloody great suitcase I'm on. I spent 4 years going backwards and forwards to London on here, on this line. What a waste of life. So here we are on the train now down to London Blackfriars, where I will change for Gatwick. Now there's only a 6-minute switchover, so I was a little bit concerned, but I've found out it's just a case of stepping off this train and then stepping onto the next one on the same platform, so no problems there. I did actually consider taking one of my motorcycles down there because apparently there's free parking down on the, I think it's the South Terminal down at Gatwick. So I could have dumped the bike down there and just left it and then picked it up, but there were a couple of issues with that. One, I didn't really think I could strap the quantity of luggage on that I'm taking down there, albeit that I'd have to strip off and pack it when I arrived. Another concern was when I actually returned from Malaga, I was a little bit concerned whether my motorcycle would be there or not, to be quite frank. So I've decided to take the train. The train is only costing me 20 quid through train, I think it's Trainline. So I'm quite pleased with that. I think from previous experience, a taxi would have been upwards of £100, probably around about 150. So it's good value if I can get it to work. So 6 minutes to wait, and then it's the train to Gatwick Airport. I didn't realise that St Paul's was so close to Blackfriars, so it's quite a nice station actually. Recommended. Okay, need to arrive. So train was a bit delayed, and there's a bit of a walkway just from Gatwick Airport station to where we're staying tonight, which is the Hilton. So sounds good. I'm not sure if it will be good. I guess we'll find out in a minute or two. Okay, so we've got the room at the Hilton. So yeah, I think it's reasonably okay for a hotel. I can't say I like hotels. But there you go. I have been looking to book apartments, really. But you're not likely to get an apartment. Well, you can actually get an apartment down here, but they're all kind of, I can't remember what you call the things, privately hosted or whatever. So I'm always a bit skeptical of those. But anyway, there we go. So here we are. So the train journey was fine. Typically every time I get on a train, they always go wrong. So there was the train that I wanted to change onto to get myself down to Gatwick, that broke down at St Pancras actually, so there was a 15-20 minute delay, but that was fine. And then getting to the Hilton from the Gatwick station, that's pretty easy. You got to go up and down a lift a little bit, and you seem to go around in a bit zigzaggy pattern, but aside from that it's fine. So I'm all good. So what I'm going to do, I think it's about 5 o'clock now, just get myself settled in a little bit, and then I'm going to go and have some beer. So that'll probably be it until later on. Cheers. 5 AM Friday morning, packed everything up, so now just getting ready to shift my backside and go and catch the plane. So landed at Malaga, and so when was that? That was around about 12 o'clock. So I've got access to the apartment at 2 PM. It's about a 20-minute taxi journey there, so I've got a bit of time to kill. So I've ordered myself one of these big sherbets here. I'll get through that, and then I'll go and join the queue for the taxi. I did actually manage to have a chat with some young lady, well, old lady actually, no, let's say young lady, let's give her credit, in the airport whilst I was just waiting to pick up the baggage, and she said that apparently the weather here at this time of year is fantastic for motorcycling. Starting to get some glimmers about this place, and let's see, I'll give you a little bit of a view of it, but I'm not sure if you're going to see that, but over in the distance, those mountains, this looks absolutely fantastic. And just look at the weather. The weather is just incredible. So it's beautifully cool. So I'm not going to be, I'm clearly not going to be suffering 30 degrees. So that's just fantastic. Do you lose many of these in a year?
Sorry?
Do you lose many of these in a year?
No, by luck.
No? Okay. I'm generally getting places with lockups. Is bike theft a problem here?
Not too much.
No?
No.
Okay, so feeling a bit nervous about this, so we'll see how we go. Hopefully I won't crash it. I did actually manage to get the bike back here without a scrape. I was a bit nervous about it because I was thinking, well, you know, straight over here, straight on the wrong side of the road. At least when you go through the ports, you get a bit of a chance to get used to it. But this was, yeah, straight in, hook, line and sinker. So I'm quite pleased with myself. It's here, undamaged. Okay, so, right, well, I better just show you around the apartment first, eh? Let's have a quick look at that. So this is the apartment which I've got in Malaga. It took me a little while to actually get into it today. Yeah, a bit pokey. I think this one cost me €67 for the night actually. So it was a bit difficult to get into it. I couldn't get into it until about 2:30. So that kind of delayed picking the bike up. But got the bike now. Yeah, this place isn't too bad. I suppose it'll do for a night. Yeah, so I've managed to get the bike back safely. That's the big thing. Flat, happy with that, or the apartment. I've just tried to get the sat nav off that S1000. It's some weird BMW bloody fitting with a key in it. Couldn't figure it out down there, and it got a bit dark. So I've come up here to Google it. So I've got quite a bit. So what are we at now? It's about 5 o'clock. So I've got quite a bit to sort out today. I've got to load that sat nav with all the routes that I've got. I've got to work out how to pack all this stuff because I've left all my bags empty at IMT Bikes. So I've got to work out how I'm going to get all this into the bike. I've been having some problems with the GoPro as well, so I'm not picking up sound. So I'm going to pop out and try and get a mic sorted out for that. Because I think I've lost a bit of footage today, to be honest. And then, of course, I've got to get some food, cook, and have a few beers, actually. That's probably the most important thing. So I better crack on with all that lot. I'll catch you later on. What an evening I've had. So I managed to get the GPS off the BMW, only to find when I took it upstairs that I can't actually connect it to my laptop. So either it's a lead failure or a GPS failure, I'm not quite certain. But unfortunately, IMT Bikes have disappeared off for the weekend, so I'm not going to get a lot of joy there. So I've come out into Malaga, having a nice beer here. Cheers. Just had something to eat, and I've just been out to get a microphone for this GoPro because I've been struggling with sound a little bit. And just taking the opportunity a little bit just to sort of deliberate over what I'm going to do from here. I've fitted this, so that's all good. That I will put on, but what I've done is I've actually brought my sat nav with me as well, and I can jam it in here, and I've tested it, so I can't actually charge it when I'm going along, but otherwise I think that's going to work. I've also, I've also downloaded Riva as well, and for 24 quid I've signed up to the bloody thing, but I'm a bit worried that that will conflict with the mechanism that I've got to record sound on the bike, so who knows what's going to happen. I'm absolutely bloody worn out. I deserve a pint, so I'm off to get one.